Hello, this is Gio. Hey, look what we have here. We have the Midea EasyCool room air condition. And today we're gonna unbox this thing and set it up and see how it works. Again, this is the Midea EasyCool room air condition unit. This particular one is 6,000 BTUs. It's good for a room up to 250 square feet. And it will fit a window opening that's 23 inches by 36 inches wide and minimum 14 inches high. And one thing I really like about this unit, it is Energy Star certified. And right on the box, it gives you an energy guide, and estimate yearly energy cost is way down at $48. So very efficient. Now here's just some additional technical information. If you want to take a look at this, just go ahead and pause the video, and this is just on the side of the box. Now I did say it's an air conditioned unit, but it actually has multiple functions. It not only will cool your home, but dehumidifies and also just ventilates. Okay, so let's open up this box and see what's inside. And this is everything in the box. Now the unit itself is about just under 50 pounds, so you may need some help getting it out of the box. I did put it on the floor. I have hardwood floors, so I put a little rug there. You might want to put a towel there if you don't have carpeting. So it does come with, it looks like, some warranty information and a user manual. The unit itself is pretty self-contained, but you will have to install, it looks like, some side seal panels and this bracket up on top. So again, it does come with a very nice user manual with a lot of detailed information in it. But for right now, we're most interested in the installation instructions. So this unit is intended for double hung windows only, either the wooden windows or the vinyl clad windows. So in the box, it does come with all the hardware you need. Also, like the top rail and also a couple of accordion side panels. But you will need at least a Phillips screwdriver and a level. There's a few other items that you may also need. And again, I said you do have to install just a couple of simple things. The first one will be the top rail. And so it does come with 4 Phillips screws. To install it, you'll notice up on top of your unit, 1, 2, 3, 4 screw holes. So that's where those will go in. And there are little 4 holes in the top rail itself. You can see the shape of the rail right here. Now this flat part right here goes in front because your window will actually land in back of it and help support the unit. And so all you want to do is align these holes with the one on the top rail, just like that, and then go ahead and secure it down with the Phillips screws. So the next thing to install are the side accordion panels. Now, if you look at the panels themselves, they're actually really conveniently labeled right and left, just like that. And so if you look at your unit, this is the front. And so this one, which is the right, will go on this side, the right. And this one's the left, it'll go on the left side. So looking at your accordion panel here, the top of it is actually where it's either labeled right or left. So this would be the top of it, and it's a similar shape, if you see there, as the top rail you just installed. And then on the bottom of the side of your unit, you'll see another little kind of rectangular shape, which kind of matches the bottom of the rail. So you can actually be fitting these in just like that. I could do it with one hand. And so the top of your panel will be sliding through the top rail here. And then the bottom portion of your panel will be sliding through this lower rail here. But before we actually permanently install this panel into the unit, we first need to secure the little accordion portion onto the unit. And you do this, there's a 1-inch little plastic piece here that will slide into these little brackets here. Now I have taken the accordion panel out, and what you're going to do is just grab the accordion portion and kind of pull it out just like this. So it's kind of sitting out like this, and you'll notice here that there's kind of a hardened plastic piece right here that has a base that you can actually slip. If you can see that, you can slip through these little rails here, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to just grab this up here and then just carefully fit them into these little rails, just like that. And there's 3 of these little things you have to slide this into. And there you go, I slid it all the way down. Now I could just kind of pull it out, kind of get the accordion back in these little tracks here, and then go ahead and fit them to the upper rail and the lower rail. And now you can see it moves freely. And then just do that to the left side. And now your AC unit is ready to install into your window. So here's the Midea unit all ready to install, and we're going to install it in this window right here. Again, it's a vinyl double hung window. And so the first thing you want to do is just unlock it. You want to open up the window. If you do have a screen, you want to remove that screen first. Okay, so because this is a vinyl window, you have this little lip here. If it's a wooden window sill, you won't have this lip. Also, the vinyl windows kind of have this track here. For a wooden window, you won't have this part, and it'll just slope out. So I do want to note where the window itself kind of lands on the window sill here. In case of this vinyl window, it goes in this track. And so this track is where your lower rail of your AC unit is going to land. And then when you get your Midea AC unit in, you're going to lower your window so the upper rail, the lip of the upper rail will land right here, and that will help support the upper portion of the AC unit. So I'm going to be installing this myself. Again, it's 50 pounds. It is a bit heavy, so if you need help, please get a helper to help you do this. And so you want to carefully lift up your unit, kind of just set it on your sill carefully for now, and then make sure you don't drop this. So you're going to have to secure it all the way. We're going to put the lower portion of the rail here in the back of the sill right here. So just carefully kind of maneuver it out. Set that lower rail in. You can hold it from the top rail. Make sure it's in place, and then lower your window, holding it securely until it's below the lip of this top rail. And when it's safely behind it, the top of your AC unit will just rest against your window. Now at this point, you don't want to open up your window because your unit will fall out. So make sure you keep your window shut, and for now, it's secure. Now your Midea AC unit does come with this little bracket that helps secure the window in place. Again, if the window opens up, your unit will fall down. So you could install with a couple of screws this little bracket right there, and then once it's secure, your window won't be able to open up. In some wood framed windows, you could also install it in this direction. But for this vinyl window, I'll just install it so it's secure right there. So next what you want to do is take the accordion panels and extend them all the way to the edge of your window, just like that. And then you do have a couple of Phillips screws, and we're going to secure them right here into your window, so this panel will remain secure. And then do that on the right side. And then your Midea unit also comes with these little brackets that will further help secure the side panels down to your sill. So before we plug it in, I do want to show you that it does come with a reusable filter. So you just pop up, open this little panel here, and you see right here, there is a little meshed filter. Now, when this gets dirty, you could just run it over water and clean it off. It is waterproof, and just kind of dry it off. And then you can just reinstall it and reuse it multiple times. And your unit also comes with a dedicated Midea remote control. Either, let's say you're in bed and you don't want to get up. Well, you can control your unit, your different selections via this remote control. Also, maybe your unit is in a high window and is more difficult to access. Well, the remote control comes in really handy. And your remote does come with a pre-installed battery, which is easy to change as needed. It's just a little button battery, as you can see there. And you're all set. So when plugging in your unit, you do want to use a dedicated wall outlet, no extension cords. So one thing about your little plug here, it does have a breaker. So if it gets overloaded, it could hit the breaker switch. And if it does that, you just want to hit this reset button right here. And of course, there's a test button right here. So we'll go ahead and plug it in. So with your unit plugged in, it's time to go ahead and power it up. Now, looking at your Midea display, it's a really nice display. It has a number of function buttons. They're all flush, so I could just tell you right now, it's probably really easy to clean. But the power button is right here in the center, and with the temperature adjustments here on the side, you could either lower the temperature or raise the temperature. So let's go ahead and power it up, just hitting this center button. Now you can see it started at 72 degrees. You can reduce that temperature if you'd like, just with the negative button, or increase it with the positive button. So air enters your unit from this lower panel here. It goes through your filter, filtering the air as it enters the unit. Air exits from this top panel here, and the top portion is adjustable. It's a four-way adjustable. You can kind of use this little lever here. It kind of controls these little flaps that you can kind of see inside, and you can direct the air how you wish. So the left side of the unit you can control, the right side of the unit you can control. You can also control if it points down or up just by moving this in and up and down. So looking at your unit, you have a variety of functions. On this side you have the modes, and this is the fan speed. So with the modes you have auto, cool, dehumidifier, or just simply the fan. So on the cool, well, first of all, the auto, it's currently on auto, and it's cooling to 65 degrees. Now, if you put it to cool, it would just continue to cool down your room. Under dehumidifier, it will try to dry your room. It will cool a little bit, but primarily the function is to dry a humid room. And fan is just for the fan mode. It's not trying to cool or dehumidify, it's just blowing a breeze through the unit. Now, under auto, the fan speed is also under auto. But if you change one of these modes, let's say to cool, then you can change the speed of the fan. Currently, this fan speed is on auto, but if you reduce it to low, you could hear the fan has reduced. And then there's a medium setting and also a high setting. So I did turn down the fan to low to help reduce the background noise so I can talk about these other buttons. This top button here is the filter button. So after 250 hours of operation, this little indicator light will go on, reminding you that you should probably clean the filter. And I've already demonstrated how you take the filter off, rinse it off, and then return it to the unit. And after you've cleaned it and returned it, you could hit this button and that will turn off this filter indicator button. So the next button down here is the sleep mode button. Now, if you hit this button on, this will help reduce the cycling noise of the unit. So after about 30 minutes after you hit this button, the temperature will adjust either up or down by 2 degrees. And then after another 30 minutes, it will reduce or change the temperature another 2 degrees. And this will help reduce the number of times this unit cycles, because every time the fan turns on and off or the compressor turns on and off, it kind of changes noise and could wake you up. So this sleep mode button helps reduce that cycling. So on the other side, you have a timer button. So if you want to set a timer, let's say you want to run your AC unit or your fan for a given amount of time, let's say an hour or a half an hour, etc. You can hit this button. This little LED display changes to ask you about timing. So it's currently off, so I'm going to hit on. It goes to 00. You can hit the positive button for a half hour, etc., or the negative button. You can reduce the time, 0, and then this goes into minutes there. And so you could set the time you want the unit to run, and when the time goes down, the unit will turn off. So this last button here is a great button. It is the Eco button, and it's great because it helps you save money. If you hit this button, it readjusts the timing of the fan and the compressor, so the compressor doesn't work as hard, it doesn't go on and off as much. It does increase the range and temperature. Let's say instead of a range of 64 to 66, maybe the range will be 63 to 67, etc. So the compressor won't go on and off as much. But this helps you save money. So this button will help you save money and will change the cycling of your unit. And there you go. That is the Midea EasyCool window air conditioned 6000 BTU unit. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit that like button at the bottom of the screen, and even consider subscribing to my channel. I have many more videos to come. Bye-bye.